All right, another red week getting kicked in the teeth. Tough to walk through and explain this one other than just ah, I feel like the discipline was there. I'm not going to walk through like individual trades. Um, but just getting in on what seems to be decent setups and just getting kicked in the teeth over and over again with my stop loss. Um, Pull up the opening flag play, kind of just do a quick overview. I just mean I'm not going to go through the technical. I haven't been trading that much. Really, only a couple trades since the last time I got on and made a video. But this was two separate trades, both of them hitting my stop loss. So it wasn't, an 8% loss on one stock. It was, I think it was like 5 on one, 3 on the other, or something like that. Um, and on AIM, everything got set up the way that it should. I didn't understand exactly how halting was going to work for this stock. Didn't really think much about it. Got in at the open. This thing halted like right at the open. Everything was setting up perfect for the flag pattern. Bounced off the 5 minute 9 EMA. Everything was clean. Everything was pretty. Everything looked like it should do what I wanted it to. And it halted down and halted well below my stop loss. And so I got kicked in the teeth for like 5% or whatever it was on that. It's like, well, that freaking sucks. And then LBGJ was another one that I took after that. It was the leading stock for the day percentage wise and wasn't as clean of a setup. Admittedly, this is probably like a B minus setup that I took on this. Maybe not that bad. I might be being hard on myself for nothing, but the gist is that I got stopped out on that also. And that ran after I got stopped out again. So it's just like choppy, not clean follow through. These are coming off days where Ross was actually green for the day and like found some ways to get in the positive. But the problem with this cash account is as soon as I'm locked in on these stocks, I'm out. I'm out. Like I get a couple trades and I'm out of there. Like I can't. My buying power's gone. And that's all she wrote. So this challenge is it's taking a beating right now with this strategy. And I'm thinking at this point, um, seeing that we've officially dumped this thing in the past month, and we're below the $100 mark. I think I need to just hit the cool button on it. I like just nuclear reactor style, just like this got too hot. Pour some water on it. We're just gonna wait, I think, for the market to flip into a little bit more of a bullish market. I think, I the goal, and especially because of, the goal for this is education right now more than it is making money. I mean, we're only starting with a $100 account. We're relatively new to this. I'm relatively new to this. I need to focus on getting good reps and kind of had the conversation with my buddy, had the conversation with myself, had the conversation with God, frankly, a couple times. I was like, oh man, like, am I really even getting an education from this, or am I just being an idiot? Like, am I being stubborn in the wrong way to like stick this out right now? And I think the answers to that is yes. This isn't fitting my person. This strategy isn't fitting my personality the way that I would hope for it to right now. It's certainly not fitting the market right now, and it's not fitting for what our goals were for this account, and what we wanted to see this do. So, and then same thing. This previous day that I traded, I took a couple different trades, got hit with my stop loss. Follow through is just not there right now on this play, and I think it's just mainly to do with the market. But our win loss ratio is now below 50% after being at like 80 in the first month. Our average win size is smaller than our average loss size. Like we're having a tough time um, getting this thing going. Needless to say, so we're gonna hit the pause button on this opening flag play. And I haven't built the stats out in here yet. I'm kind of shifting a little bit and playing with this VWAP rejection put in a different account. I'm not gonna display the totals and stuff here right now. I'm kind of just playing with the idea, feeling it out a little bit. And being in a bearish market, this is a much more viable option, or it seems to be so far. I've had a couple green trades on it. Had one yesterday that I ended up taking a green trade. sized out a little bit and then left it. So I was like, put my stop loss down at break even, and I was like, it'll either be a runner or it'll, chop back down, and I'll be up a couple bucks in the day. And I end up just up a couple bucks in the day. It was choppy and indecisive at VWAP on the second test. And ended up stopping me out, but just barely, and then grinded down, I should say, for the rest of the day, which is good for this strategy and what we wanted to see. So I might tinker with this a little bit. I think I set my stop loss in the right spot. I'm in a cash account again on that other account with larger size, and like starting with like $1,000 in there because you need that much money to be able to buy in on contracts for puts and calls. So long way of saying this is starting off pretty decent. I'm not going to display anything on that just yet. I probably will at some point if I can, kind of tinker with this a little bit, get a few entries put in, kind of open up a new tab for the VWAP rejection put and get that play going. But all that being said, I am going to chat with my buddy, see if I can't get him to teach me a little bit. He's calling this the red candlestick theory. He texted me on who he got that from, and I'm going to watch some YouTube videos. But I want to have a better morning bearish play for this small account challenge so that I can, instead of just getting my butt whooped every morning trying to do this continuation momentum play, this is more of a snapback reversal play. It might give me a better setup. My buddy's getting pretty consistent results on it right now. So I think that I'm going to try to chat with him and see if I can't build that out and get this going for that small account over the next month, and see if we can't. I mean, we're way behind on this goal, unfortunately, as of right now. Like, it might not seem like we could make air quote could make that up, but it's tough. I'm stammering a bit, but it's tough to uh, rebuild an account after something like that. And I forget um, where I read this specifically. It's like some finance book that I was reading the other day, and it was talking about how if you lose 50% of your account, um, you actually have to then double your account. So if you're down 50%, you need to be up 200% just to gain that, or excuse me, up 100%, 200%, up 100% just to gain that back. So it's definitely like to lose ground. It's not one step to one step. Like it's not the same ratio. If you lose 50%, you've got to double your account at that point. So to lose all the progress that we made in February, um, might not seem like a lot. It's like, well, what you lost in a month, you can gain back in a month. It's like, yeah, but it's it's an uphill battle for sure to try and make that happen. So, all that said, I'm kind of beating a dead horse here, but March is looking like a bit of a bust. We're back to our starting point. Going to try a new strategy, see if we can't find something that churns out a little bit better, just base hits, base hits, base hits. Like, I don't, this, this is more of a when the market is bullish, swing for the fences kind of play. And I don't think this ultimately fits my personality super well. It's a very, and all of these are probably going to be a very gut based play, in this window in the morning. Um, so this box here, these three boxes might be the toughest ones for me. But at the very least, if I can find like a predefined resistance level, and kind of have something set up coming up to the play in this early morning, that 9:30 to like 9:45 window, this might be a better way for me to run things than to try to do this opening flag. Because I think part of this is certainly that I'm trying again, like I did before when I first started this years ago, to like, buy the bottom of the rip because you want to get in on confirmation. But the issue is then you're in a little bit late. Your pop is smaller than it should be. On both of these trades, I was up just like a hair, like 5 or 6% or something like that, and then lost it all within a couple seconds. So it's just like knowing when to exit and like how to get out. Follow through just has not been very good on these. Been a lot of false breakouts. And like I'm telling myself, I don't want to cap my losses on these stocks. And that's really what's killing me. is I'm taking, these small green wins and flipping them over into hitting my stop loss over and over again. So I think I just need to get out of this strategy for now, let it cool. We've got a little bit of practice in there, but I need to wait to come back until I can get good reps that are like teaching me the right thing, and giving me a better sense of how this play should work. So all that said, rough week, down. Uh, oops, sorry, that's the month. Yeesh. Down 13.72% over the past week, down 15.48 in terms of dollars. We are under the $100 mark. So we're going to refresh and try to save this thing from Sheol, so to speak, because we're definitely on our way there at this rate. Um, yeah, I don't have anything else special for this one. Wanted to get this video done kind of quick. I'll be jumping back into these two strategies to kind of learn a little bit more. And then we'll go from there.